Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ah, chair is worthy. Bark. Here we are. You found a patch of nothingness? Did you really? Excellent. Well, begin your studies immediately. Right in the center of your cold, dark heart. Well, there you go. There it be. Now you know where to look. Not even entropy in there. Damn. That's crazy. Now that is delicious coffee. Tasty. Tasty coffee. Do I answer questions? I will, yeah, if they're good questions, I answer them. If I know the answer, I don't always know the answer. A fake rib sandwich. Oh no. No. Oh no. How would you respond to the fact that some people are born with sex chromosomes XXY? Is XXY hermaphroditism? Is that what it is? Intersex. Saul Rackus is back, Pranav. Discord.gg/Paul's ego. Favorite country singer? Probably Hank Williams Sr. What cigar am I smoking? It's a tobacco. I like Hank the Third is quite a bit as well. I think Hank the Third is pretty dope. But Hank Sr. was the king. Yeah, Johnny Cash would be a country singer. And Willie would be as well. So those are all valid choices. Well, was there any film aside from the Goonies that was pivotal for you and now you consumed film? Yeah, a bunch. I mean, the one that always comes to mind is, Romero's original Night of the Living Dead, the black and white 60s Night of the Living Dead. I watched that movie religiously, constantly. It was like I was looking for something in it. Although, my memories of that time in my life are pretty hazy. They are some of my earliest memories. just my parents taught me how to use the VCR, and that was it, right? They didn't really care what I watched, and so I was probably around 5 or 6 years old, and I popped in the Night of the Living Dead. I watched the whole movie. It scared the bejesus out of me. I had nightmares and couldn't sleep that night. And then the next chance I got, I was right back in there watching it again, which is interesting, right? It's unfair, a person having this beard. What's wrong? It's just a beard, friend. Did you call me a Buddha? That's nice. Do I smoke cigars often? Very, very occasionally do I smoke a cigar. True. I did smoke me a blunt. Man, there's a lot of 10-year-olds in here. They're going to have to be escorted out. This ain't the this ain't the 1 p.m. showing of the Minecraft movie at your local AMC. Okay, there are rules here. One of them is nobody below the age of 18 is allowed to be here. So, I'm going to go ahead and assume that if you are referencing the Minecraft movie over and over again, you're probably between 8 and 12, so you gotta go. And if you're not between 8 and 12 and you're in here talking about the Minecraft movie, you also gotta go. Because we call that failure to launch. And that's also not allowed here. Yeah. I mean, that's basically the idea here. No unpaid tard wrangling at all. At all, at all. A pork shoulder for pulled pork. Oh, I like a pulled pork. I don't have it much, but I like it. How long to grow your beard? Forever. Were you hating on Minecraft? See, there's another one. Like, either you're between the ages of 8 and 12, or you're a grown-ass man that is whining about the Minecraft movie. Either way, you gotta go. You really do. Where am I from? I was born and raised in California. I live now in an indeterminate point on the west coast of the United States. You're the one whining, what the fuck did I do? You came in here screaming Minecraft memes at the top of your lungs like you're a middle schooler. That's what you did. You feel me? See ya. Bunch of chicken jockeys in here, bro. We gotta get rid of all these chicken jockeys pronto. There's way too many chicken jockeys. Do I ride a motorcycle? Yeah, I ride a big Harley Davidson with big ape hanger handlebars. Mental health is the silent architect of our reality. When the mind fractures, even truth feels like illusion. When it heals, even chaos begins to make sense. Brilliant! Oh yeah. Pranav, you missed the banhammer. Do I play Call of Duty? Nah, bro, I'm grown. What do you mean you grown? Did I stutter? I mean, COD is entertainment for 12-year-olds. There you go. Is that good? You feel that? Elon Musk play COD. You trying to say you better than him? I know I'm better than him. You know why? I don't have the torso of a plucked turkey. Right there. I'm already better than him. What is he? What was he? Did you hear that call? What the fuck was he? Because I hear him sometimes. Who is he? That's what I want to know. Like a kookaburra or something? That's a wild turkey. Was it really? There's a Turk. Kind of sounds like a turkey. Maybe all I want to say is fun being the token argumentative mod over here. Yeah, of course. You gotta have at least what? You gotta have at least one. That was a predatory bird. I don't know what he was. That was not a blue jay. I've lived around blue jays my whole life, and that was not a jay. Scrub jays and blue jays, I know that, right? I can now pick out the nuthatch from my local bird calls. But there's a few that I don't know. There's that guy. There's one that goes, I don't know him. And I don't know the fucking guy. Yeah. Hey. You got peacocks? Yeah, I've lived near peacocks too. So I know the peacock call. That's a very distinct bird call, the peacock. What I just heard was not a peacock. A goshawk? Cool. I hear him around quite a bit. I hear him or her around quite a bit. The Albanian turkey? I'll have to look and see if goshawks even come around where I'm at. I'm pretty sure they probably do. But I got a ghost in my house. Now you're banned. Now you're a ghost in here. Isn't that crazy? listen to Apple Nasty and can't find them anywhere. Mocrux27 on if you just Google search MOCRUX27, it'll take you to a SoundCloud. My friend Morgan, and he has all of the old Apple Nasty stuff up on his SoundCloud. So there you go. And then if you want to hear like post Apple Nasty stuff, I have most of that on my channel, Ideology. There's a playlist with Government Fun, and that's the band I was in after Apple Nasty and blah, blah, blah. They're residential in every area of the West Coast coastal areas. So that was 100% a Goshawk. Neat. Neato burrito. It's good to know. You're a bird scientist. Aren't those called ornithologists? What kind of coat is that? I don't know, man. It was a gift. It's got like that kind of like Southwest kind of Indian pattern on it, and it's lined with fleece, and it's just a comfy coat. Pendleton? Thanks. I didn't know that. Yeah, like I said, it was a gift. Can I see the shirt? Paul's Boutique. Beastie Boys, right? Are there any westerns with strong native characters? I'm sure there are, honestly. I'm trying to think of one, and I can't. So that the answer might be not. Well, okay. Yes. Would you consider Dances with Wolves a western? I do. The Lone Ranger had Tonto. Yeah. Tonto was a main character. Dances with Wolves is a great movie, and it has a lot of native, like strong native characters in it. The turkey was supposed to be our national bird. He should have been. America is way more like a turkey than an eagle. So I've got nuthatches. I've got red-breasted robins. I've got goshawk. Chicken. Chicken jockey. Crows. And great horned owl. Those are the birds that I have positively identified now in the backyard. And definitely have heard and seen. Oh, there's also woodpecker. I don't know what kind of woodpecker, though, because I haven't laid eyes on the dude yet, but I've heard him going about his business. Are you missing something? Oh, Pranav. It's better you don't know. It's better that you don't know, Pranav. Let's put it this way. If Kale wants to go to the Minecraft movie, you'll figure it out, okay? He's definitely in that age range. Chicken jockey. Chicken jockey. I am steam. I'm steam. Or some topics that interested you as a young man, Paul? Okay. Yeah, there were some. I really loved the ocean, particularly deep ocean fish, like abyssal zone creatures. Were like I was fascinated by those. I loved Egyptian mythology and history. I was kind of obsessed with ancient Egypt when I was a little kid. Um, what else? Um, that chicken. Um, Check your phone when you got a sec. Speaking of the ocean, pick straight from the seaside, the Blue Grotto in Capri. Where the fuck were you, bro? I know you were traveling, but I cannot for the life of me fucking remember where you were going. You dope smoking hippie, get out of my face. Get out of my face. Oh, Napoli. A Napoli. A Napoli. Very cool. Very cool. Very jealous. Italy, I think, would be pretty dank to visit. What do you think, D? Would you visit Italiano? Would you like to go to Italy? Would you like to go to Italy? Whoa, shit, Italy then. I kissed your butt. What do you think about that? You want to go inside? Are you hungry? Is that what it is? You want your brekkie? Okay. Let me go get you your brekkie. All right. Dinosaur got his brekkie. Pernob's been everywhere, man. Pernob's been everywhere. Louisiana, Mississippi, Kentucky. Chicken jockey. Yeah, there you go. Spend the money, if you're gonna spend it, making memories and stuff with your family. I like that. That's a good thing. Oh yeah, dude. Those pyramids, I believe the pyramids were some wireless electrical generator technology shit. Some Tesla coil crazy shit. Okay. And, you know, they just forgot how to use them. That's what I think. Oh, dude, you gotta be careful going to Egypt, bro. Egypt is one of, like, the worst fucking places to travel. People are great. It's like the cops and the hassling and the bullshit in Egypt is off the charts. Want to go to Egypt even if it is fucked up. Purview of the young, I guess. Oh yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, you could probably go pretty fucking easily incognito over there, Pranob. You could slip right in. Just get you some like local garb and stuff. People wouldn't look at you twice. But Mindy, I don't think she can go undercover. Chicken jockey. Just gonna have to wear a hijab or something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that all works, to be honest with you. There's a video you should watch. The It's on the best, that guy, you've probably seen him before. He's a food blogger, travels all over, and he went to Egypt and did a whole massive vlog about the fucking insane nightmare that traveling in Egypt was. Like, he's not the type of guy that typically will make these like negative videos. He's a very positive dude. Sonny, I think his name is, or whatever. And he did a whole fucking video about travel in Egypt and how it's just like barrier, barrier, hassle, hassle, barrier, 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 hassle, hassle, weird sketchiness. And then like he was like, you know, this is not a real travelable country. You consider prejudice against white people from brown people as still racism or merely prejudice? As far as I understand it, right? There's debate about this philosophically, right? There is a pretty common definition in leftist circles that racism is power plus privilege. I kind of don't believe this definition, but that is the counter argument, right? Is that racism is a combination of power and privilege, and that you can't look at a minority in the United States and see racism because they don't have the power and they don't have the privilege. That is the counter argument to my position. My position is anybody that judges another human being because of immutable characteristics like skin color or country of origin or religion is a bigot. And, you know, if it's racially tinged, they're a racist. It doesn't matter what color their skin is. That's my position. But there is pretty solid disagreement about that, right? In progressive circles and shit. I've just always rejected that definition. Like, to me, racism is a pretty simple definition, right? It's believing that your race is superior to other races, right? And it's denigrating other races, right? Habitually. What happened to your forehead? No hate. That's a birthing scar. It's the second day in a row somebody's asked about it. Most of the time, people don't even see it. So I've had it my whole life. It happened while I was being born. My big ass Irish melon had trouble squeezing through my mom's. What's that? You know, like your hip bones, and there's that. That's where the baby's got to go through in the bone. And my big fucking melon had trouble squeezing through there, and it scraped along here. Yeah, the pelvis. Thank you. Yeah. And that is the result, right? And it actually travels up my head and goes all the way to the back. Coochie? No, that wasn't the word I was looking for, but I get, yeah, kind of, right? But that is what it is. And I'm not like ashamed of it or sensitive about it or anything. I've had it my whole life. There's nothing I can do about it, you know? One of them things. I guess I could probably go get plastic surgery or some laser treatment on it, probably. It's not like a super, you know, it's just like a different coloration of my skin there. It's not like a big puckered scar or nothing, you know? So there's probably some treatment I could do for it, but I kind of like it. Like, I keep it because I don't, you know, it's part of what I expect to see when I look at myself. I don't ever think about it until somebody mentions it. I didn't even notice. That's how it is for most people, I think. Most people just look at it as like, you know, like skin has uneven tone, you know what I mean? And people have got, you know, little blotches and little scars and little this, and I think it probably just like kind of goes that way. It's not noticeable till you notice it. Yeah. But I never take it as an insult or anything like that when people bring it up. It's out of my fucking control. You know what I mean? Well, people do come in here and give me compliments, hugs. You read them sometimes. You have to, if you're following along with the chat, there are people that come in and say very nice things to me, to the point where I don't like that either. You know, I don't want. I'm just a dude. I'm not trying to be attractive or unattractive. I just, you know, I just want to talk to people, right? But people will be like, "Oh, nice hair, nice beard. I like your glasses. I like this. I like that. You got a cool shirt." You know, people are nice all the time. It's not always just mean people. What's your favorite season? Winter. Saying hi after the stream's been going on. Oh, that's a new thing they added, Pranab. So when you're skibbity scrolling through these, when you come to a new one, if you look in the chat, it'll say there's a little button that pops up and it says say hi to the chat, and they'll just like boop. So it's a feature that YouTube has added. Woof. Tippy tap, tippy tap, tip tip tap. Do you ever walk alone like a drifter in the dark, like a drifter in the seeking out what isn't there, seeking out what isn't there, looking only for a spark. No, I don't think there's an afterlife. Yeah, I don't think there's an afterlife, so there's that. That's a pretty easy one. I think being dead is a whole lot like what it was like being unborn. Like, you know what I mean? Like before you were born. That's what death is, right? Mushroom fettuccines? I like a mushroom fettuccine. You could tell everyone in the world something telepathically for 10 minutes. What would you say? Shut the fuck up. That's probably what I would pick. I don't think there's any message that, like, you could convey to people in such a way. So I would just say, shut the fuck up. Yep. I like that one. Hey, you. Out there on the road, always doing as you're told. Can you feel me? Hey, you. Out there beyond the wall, breaking bottles in the hall. Can you feel me? Hey, you. Don't help them to carry the line. Don't give in without a fight. Do 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 do. But it was only a fantasy. The walls were too high, you can't see. No matter how you tried, you cannot break free. The worms ate into his brains. Speaking of panic, one of the pics I took in Pompeii was one of the frozen people literally in a panic with her hands up right before she died. It was unnerving seeing that fear in body language. Oh yeah, that's got to be crazy. Pompeii's got to be nuts to see. Did you see the guy that's beaten off? Did you see the guy that got caught beaten off? He's over there. I don't know if they let people look at him, but I've seen pictures of him. Yeah. There was at least one citizen of Pompeii who was choking the Wonder Weasel. Hey, nice. Congrats, Midnight Ghoul. Mostly just had parents holding their kids right before they all died. Oof. Yeah, that's pretty fucking crazy. And the worms ate into his brains. Chicken jockey. Oh, we got some Girl Scout cookies. Nice. Nice. Chicken's chickening around. Blueberry Sasquatch? What the fuck is these wag ass names, man? These wag ass names for Bud. It's getting goofy. It's starting to sound like a candy store when you walk up in the bitch. Let's just stop it. Oh, you're gonna get your hen to make more hens. Oh boy. Diaper rash OG. Space acne. Where does the myth that people are drinking the Kool-Aid come from? Yes. That's not the myth. That's like, just a turn of phrase, right? A euphemism. Drinking the Kool-Aid is in direct reference to Jonestown, where, people willingly, some would argue that, by the way, but willingly fed poison to their children and then drank poison themselves, right? Used Kool-Aid to mask the bitter taste of the arsenic poison. Yeah, 900 people, most of them in the same area, dead in a matter of 10, 15 minutes. What's the psychology behind MLM schemes? Why do they? Well, they feel slightly cultish because a lot of them are cults. In fact, I'm trying to remember. There was one that was an MLM scheme. I'm trying to remember the name of it. And the dude was basically just running like a sex cult, but it was an MLM training type of scheme or whatever. I'm trying to remember the name of it. But yeah, no, a lot of the same principles that work in a cult environment are applied in MLM. Wasn't Heaven's Gate, no. This was a more. If Amelia was up, she would know. She would remember. It's got some weird fucking name. Not Herbalife. No, you're probably not gonna. It's not that well known. It wasn't like a super big news story or whatever. But we watched a whole bunch of shit on it. But yeah, it's one of those things Amelia would remember. My memory is not what it used to be for some reason. Nixium. There it is. Yeah. There you go, Midnight Ghoul. There you go. Nixium. Healthcare system. We doing that? We going rat. That's Screech. That must be a squirrel. Those are squirrels. You hear them squirrels? What was the Waco cult called, if you remember? They were the Branch Davidians. Was the name of them? And what did I think? I mean, I don't really think you call it a last stand. They were just executed. Like, I don't even know if last stand necessarily applies. Like, they were just executed in there, just burnt, shot to pieces, gassed, and burnt. Ruby Ridge, yeah. That's a different thing, right? I mean, I guess kind of like the same result. Massive, massive law enforcement overstep and escalation leads to a tragedy. Ruby Ridge is crazy too. We did a show on Ruby Ridge and Waco as an example of, just massive, high level, high scale law enforcement overreach and law enforcement mistake. And they're pretty crazy incidents, both of them. Oh, Phil, wouldn't it be nice? You were the only one who ever knew me at all. So take a look at me now. There's just an empty space. There's nothing left here to remind me. Just a memory of your face. Nope. This is an OCB cone. Who really knew me at all? Pass the J. You ain't chipped in on this. It's the angel with the scat wings, hard truck face, wanna powder his nose. He will deflower the freshest crop, dry up all the wounds with his rock and roll saws. Rock and roll saws. No, a waffle wouldn't break my routine, but I haven't had a waffle. Probably it's been like a couple years, honestly. So take a look at me now. I just got banned up out of here. 'Cause I'm saying some creepy shit. Say goodbye to me. Ooh. I got a waffle with some jam and cream today at my mother's house, and it was heavenly. Heavenly. God, there's so many little participants in this type of streaming. Well, I think of 4chan going down. I don't. It's the worst a hacker could do to a country. Shut down the power grid, probably, I would imagine. So a large amount of that is automated. Shut down the power grid. You know, completely and utterly cut off the stock market from any outside communication in the middle of a trading day. Shut down waste treatment plants and nuclear treatment plants and stuff, and cause little environmental disasters everywhere. You know what I mean? Traffic lights. Oh yeah, you could do that. Yeah. Disruption in the food and water supply. Yeah. Could potentially kill multiple millions of people. I don't pass on my own back porch, dude. You gotta be chipped in. You get no pass from me. This is all me, homie. On a watch list? You probably are. The amount of fucking weird sussing in every chat callouts. Like, if somebody was actually combing through looking for somebody with a big old skeleton, look no further than the loudest motherfucker in the room that's running around pointing a finger all over the internet, bro. Let's take a peek at your hard drive there. What do you got hiding on your hard drive? Oh, yeah. Comments, like, it would be a good, like, psychological study in projection. Comments are wild, like, especially these, like, the further removed you get from a genuine human interaction, the more likely that you're going to find somebody that's just pretending. You know what I mean? And it's widespread. There's 2 O's on 2 when you're... It's okay. You probably got socially promoted through the grade where you learned that. I imagine they, like, probably let you go, like, from 3rd grade, but they'd already held you back 1 year to 5th grade. You know what I mean? And I think, like, 4th is probably around where you're gonna start learning those different forms of words and stuff. It's cool, though. Enjoy that band, homie. You think it's tragic when old people fall for... I mean, Kinda. I think it's a double-edged tragedy, right? Because, like, if you look at the people that are oftentimes forced into these types of jobs due to just having absolutely no other way of making money, like, it sucks. Like, these call center people are usually abused and underpaid, and then grandma is giving up her life savings, you know, in a scam. It's just bad all around, bro. It's just another one of those just kind of symptoms of capitalism run amok, I think. You know what I mean? Everybody's chasing the dollars so hard that humanity goes by the wayside. You know what I mean? Misery versus misery, yeah. Pretty rough. How do you think the world could work without money? Imagine there's no heaven. Doom, doom, doo, doo, doo. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Doom, doom, doo, doo, doo. Above us only sky. Doom, 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 boom. Imagine all the people living their lives in peace. Ooh, ooh. You ever had bofa? No, bro. I never had bofa. Come on, bro. I look like a fucking 10-year-old to you, bro? It look like I spend all day playing Roblox, homeboy? How stupid you think I am? You think I just accidentally figured out how to do this? Bro, you're in the presence of internet royalty. You better take a knee and bow that head. Unbelievable. Unbelievable disrespect. Yep. Bow in the presence of greatness. It's true. It's true. I've been doing this longer than you. Most of you couldn't do what I do. And among those that do this, I'm a king. I'm a vet. Fool, I'm a vet. You can bet that I could dance underwater and not get wet. Smoke the baked beans. I mean, why not? Smoke them baked beans too. Throw them in there. Let them get smoky. Let the baked bean get smoky. Tell you what's good. What's good is I'm getting the fuck up out of here.